Hello everyone, welcome to True Crime and Tarot. I am Natalie and today's case that I'm going to talk to you about is Amanda Deguio. Okay, so Amanda Deguio was born on March the 5th, 1990. She has brown hair, blue eyes, 5'2" approximately her height, 115 pounds approximately as well. She has a thin build, she's a white female. Amanda has the following tattoos: so lips or a lipstick mark on the right cheek of her buttock, the Italian boot shape, and the word Tommy on her right torso, writing under one of her breast initials on top of one of her fingers, and also the letters MF on the inside of her lower lip. She also has a diagonal surgical scar on her upper and lower abdomen. Amanda is known for being a heroin addict and may suffer from bipolar disorder. Amanda was reported missing by relatives on August the 27th, 2014, but had not been seen by or heard from her family in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania since the first week of June of 2014 and after she returned home from a trip to Florida. She left home without her cell phone, credit cards, additional clothing, and Amanda does not drive and it is unknown how she had left home. She is known to frequent the Upper Darby Clifton Heights and the Overbrook section of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If anyone has any information concerning this case, to contact the Upper Darby Police Department on 610-734-7693. Okay then, so more about her background then. So Amanda was born in Philadelphia on March the 5th, 1990. She was described by her mother Joanne as being a very girly girl and a solid B student who was always very social, and at a young age she spent a lot of time in hospitals undergoing treatments for asthma. She also underwent surgery for a hernia which left a huge scar on her stomach. These experiences had led Amanda to desire a career in children's healthcare. She enrolled in nursing school shortly after graduating from high school in 2008, but she put nursing school on hold after she had become pregnant with her first child. More about her addiction now. So, while pregnant, Amanda said that she felt pain in her right breast which became swollen shortly after giving birth to her first daughter. She was diagnosed with the flesh-eating disease which required 3 surgeries and a result in a loss of substantial amount of breast tissue. To deal with the pain, she was prescribed Percocet, which led to the addiction to pills. Amanda was a single mum, but she had the support of her family. Eventually, she gave birth to a second daughter, and they all lived together with Joanne, and this was in a house in Upper Darby. Joanne said the family was aware of Amanda's problem with pills. However, it has been reported that sometime after Amanda had given birth to a second daughter, she had begun using heroin. Joanne said that the family knew nothing about Amanda's heroin use. But in 2014, Amanda's older sister Nicole reportedly discovered that Amanda was advertising herself as an escort online. When confronted, Amanda insisted that it was merely a joke. Nicole, with whom Amanda was always close to, did not press the issue. Later that year, Amanda went to Disney World with her daughters as well as Joanne and Nicole. Joanne said that the trip could have not gone any better. Amanda seemed very serious about recovering from her addiction after they returned home. Amanda was supposed to see a doctor to get a full physical checkup. There was also a discussion of Amanda returning to rehab, which they would have been her third stint and treating her addiction with a Suboxone. The family was optimistic about the future. Her disappearance, this was about 4 days after returning from Disney World. Joanne had woke up that morning and she had dressed her 2 granddaughters and poked in Amanda's room to ask her to do some chores. And this was the last time that Joanne spoke to Amanda. Joanne had left for work and attempted to call Amanda later that day. No answer. Joanne returned from work later that afternoon and Amanda was not there, and so Joanne attempted to call Amanda a few more times. And each time there was no answer. Joanne was not yet alarmed, especially since Amanda's daughter was visiting a relative. But Joanne became very worried when she did not hear back from Amanda later that night. There were no signs of foul play inside the house. Amanda did not do any of the chores, but her mother then had asked her to do. Nor did Amanda pack any of her things before leaving the house. Her credit cards were left at the house, and some sources say that the cell phone was left at the house too. But some sources say that otherwise Amanda did not drive, and it is not known how she left the house. This is where the investigation had started. In the years since Amanda's disappearance, her mother and sister have posted flyers. They had questioned strangers, searched Philadelphia areas where Amanda was known to frequent, and hired a private detective. The Upper Darby police says that there is an active investigation into Amanda's disappearance. It is reportedly being handled as a death investigation. There is also an outstanding warrant for Amanda's arrest for the prescription fraud. Amanda had a prior record for theft. They had conducted hours of interviews, surveyed areas where Amanda was known to frequent, and tracked social media. Police discovered an escort advertisement online with Amanda's picture. These advertisements were posted about a year before Amanda's disappearance. This discovery resulted in an arrest, but no information that led to Amanda. Police still received tips, but not many. A review of the case began in January 2021. Meanwhile, Amanda's two daughters are being raised by Joanne. They are what keeps me going, Joanne said. They have been a part of their mother, and I see it every day. It makes me smile. So that is the research I can find so far on this case. I couldn't find anything else on any resources. So this is where I came into it then, and I had done a tarot card reading on this case, and I've done 4 specific questions like I do in all my videos. Okay, so number 1, what happened to Amanda? 2, who had been involved in the disappearance of Amanda? 3, where is Amanda? And 4, what is the final outcome to be for Amanda's case? Okay, 1, what happened to Amanda Deguio? So reverse world. There were some personal issues that needed some closure that could have been to do with her past or a past relationship. Reverse 4 wands. There was a personal goal that she had celebrated and had harmony and stability. There was a breakdown in a family relationship. There was some tension between her and the loved ones. 7 swords. There was involvement of theft, trickery, or betrayal. Someone had got away with, and there were some secrets and feelings of shame and embarrassment, but someone's to be found out, and there was a lot of cunningness and also some sneakiness. Reverse justice. So something was not morally right. Someone did not take full responsibility for their actions, and there was a legal matter that Amanda was involved in that made her fear of an unfair outcome. Ace of Pentacles. There was a new beginning, and things had amplified, and there was some money that started rolling in. Reverse 9 of Cups. Amanda had lost touch with what was important to her. There was frustrations due to things not satisfying her. There was some excess drugs and drinks or party involvement. Reverse 6 of Cups. There was some clinginess to the past and not focusing on the present moments. Some feelings of wanting things to be the same as they used to be and missing certain people. There's thoughts of some forgiving. It may have been bumping into someone from the past. Okay, King of Swords. There was a male that came that was very cold-hearted. He had a certain form of a reputation that Amanda may have seeked some action from this person. Reverse Six of Swords. There was a personal transition and leaving something behind, like a relationship, and also had some unfinished business that needed to be dealt with. Reverse Devil. There was some unhealthy attachment that had held Amanda back. She was to be confronting her fears. There were some secrets, and they may have had a form of addiction or habits that made her feel very ashamed and embarrassed. Reverse Seven of Wands. She was being very much weighed down by pressures, feeling down, feeling exhausted by some people, but these people then had questioned her about the choices that she had made. Reverse Eight of Swords. She had felt trapped and wanted to try and give up. Four of Pentacles. There was involvement of a controlling, possessive person that had some money that was being saved for something. Reverse Death. There was resistance to change in a relationship and wanting to let the past go or wanting to let someone go. Reverse Queen of Pentacles. There was energy of focusing on nurturing others but needing to put herself first. She worked a lot and looked after others but wanted to put herself first for a change. Who was involved in the disappearance of Amanda? Reverse Hierophant. There was a very much big authoritative figure, or there was a parent that Amanda had conflict with due to how she had felt at that time. Reverse Sun. There was a struggle and there was some upset and being in a very depressed state of mind. King of Wands. There's a male who was very fiery that helped to try and support Amanda's decision, that was very much determined to be a part of whatever Amanda was going ahead with. Empress. There may have been an involvement of a pregnancy. She was around someone or being around nature, a forest, lake, beach, or a certain mountain. Strength. There was some confrontation and was being very determined to overcome obstacles. Someone tried to underestimate Amanda. Fool. There was some curiousness and being excited to see where things would go, and had followed her heart and took a leap of faith. Three of Swords. There was some deception and frustration that was involved, and jealousy and a broken heart. Something very painful had happened that came out of the blue. Reverse Six of Cups. There was some clinginess to someone from the past. This was a person who used to be in a relationship with Amanda. They had missed her, they tried to forgive themselves and tried learning from their mistakes. This person was closed off but had bumped into Amanda, and they had kept it very much quiet. Where is Amanda, Deguio? Reverse Five Pentacles. There's an end to some difficulties that she had recently suffered. She is isolated and alone. Reverse Lovers. There's a relationship that is strained and being challenged. One of them was growing apart while the other one was very much emotionally involved and being really obsessive. Reverse Star. There's a loss of faith and also a struggle. There's also overwhelmness. Reverse Six of Wands. There's uncomfortability with receiving public praise. Also, what Amanda thought was going to work well only ended up her being neglected and punished and being involved in a dispute. King Wands. There's a fiery male that is outspoken and restless and very charismatic and was very mindful about his intentions. Eight of Wands. There's struggles that is to be resolved and ongoing into the unknown and being very fearful by it. Chariot. There was a journey or travel. There was also some issues with a certain vehicle, and there was to be taken some action. What is the final outcome to be for Amanda? We have reverse Two of Cups. So there's to be a reveal of a breakup or falling out. Ace of Wands. There is to be acting on a situation and listening to one's instincts, and is going to follow the gut instincts. Reverse Five of Wands. There is to be internal conflict and someone is to disagree on things, but there is to be a sigh of relief after a certain struggle. Reverse 5 of Swords, there's to be some arguing and realizing that no matter how hard they try, they always lose, and there is fighting to win at the expense of another. Reverse 4 Wands, there's to be a breakdown in a family and a communication. There is to be having some form of inner harmony. 9 of Pentacles, there is to be having some peace and contentment and not relying on anyone. Reverse 6 of Swords, there's a personal or spiritual transition and having things forced upon Amanda. There is to be things that is to be revealed about an unfinished business and a conflict. Knight of Swords, there's to be someone who's action orientated and is ready to take that action to solve the case and will do whatever it takes to see some results for Amanda's case. Reverse 3 of Cups, there is to be spending some alone time and then also feeling as if they're isolated and feeling left out. Reverse Sun, there is to be a struggle and some setbacks. Reverse 3 of Wands, there's to be growth and an expansion and choosing to play it safe. There's to be some disappointments and frustration and feelings of wasting their time. Reverse 10 of Cups, there's to be some form of struggle in a communication, but there is to be harmony that is going to be seeked within the case. Okay then everyone, so that is the case of Amanda Deguio. If you enjoy my videos, please like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and until next time, take care.